And welcome everybody to the last game of the regular season of the Sunday Cup. Right now on Friday. Good Friday, and I hope everybody is having a good Friday. And this is gonna be a very interesting game because it will be the battle for second place. We have APE versus CBS right now, and after yesterday, our standing is quite set already. After yesterday's game, where Kunst Club was battling against Team No Name, Kunst Club managed to win, locking themselves in for first place, and placeholders are now guaranteed last place. CBS and Apes Together Strong will now battle for second place, but if Apes Together Strong is going to lose, they will not get third, but because of the head-to-head, and because they will all be 1 and 3 between placeholders Team No Name and Apes Together Strong. Because of the game difference, Team No Name will actually get third place, which means it's important for CBS to win, but for Apes Together Strong, it will be even more important to get the win today. And with that, let us check the lineups. We have for Apes Together Strong in the top lane, Wichi, Janske in the jungle, Flint is in mid lane, Plodolski is bottom with Dizzy in the support role. For CBS, we have returning Garlon Inc. in the top lane, the jungle will be Ronef, followed by Lipsy Cat in the mid lane, Yasuo in the bot lane, and Rapid Panda will be their support for today. And let's see if the teams are already ready. Not yet together. So we are waiting for them to get ready for the draft. Once I get the draft link. And in the meantime, it is quite interesting because Apes played 2 weeks ago. They did not play last week, so they have had a bit of time to relax, check out the rest of the teams, and prepare for this match. But their last game was against Crunch Club, who are undefeated, and they looked quite solid for the most part, even though they lost. They had a big lead, but unfortunately they were not able to close it out. And a somewhat similar story for CBS. They played against Crunch Club last week and also lost, even though they had a decent showing. So both are clearly second place material. They managed to go toe-to-toe with the top dog, and they almost both got a game out of it, but it could not be, and both did get swept in the 2-0, unfortunately. And it seems the draft is almost ready. I'm sorry, I'm doing both sides right now, so it takes a little bit longer to set up in this case. But we are... I'm sorry for the delay. And yeah, we are ready for the draft. And with that, we have Apes Together Strong on the blue side and CBS on the red side. We are currently waiting for them to start their first ban. And looking at their previous games, all of them did seem to focus a lot around their AD carries. I saw a lot of Jinx picks. There was a Vayne top lane, which arguably is also an AD carry, that managed to take over against Apes actually. So Apes do need to be careful about picking not too much frontline if they don't have the follow-up. And the it seems now that unfortunately apes do still need a couple of minutes, so we actually do need to wait for the draft a little bit. So in the meantime, if we keep looking at the players, last week when CBS played, they had most of the same lineup, but they did not have Ronif playing. Now their previous younger did look quite strong, so I'm wondering if it's a upgrade or a downgrade now that they switched junglers. If their new jungler can make more happen. While on the side of apes, it is also mostly the same, but I do see a different support, which if it's a roaming support, it can mean quite a lot. So I wonder how that is going to turn out now that they're both not playing with. I wouldn't say their main line up, but they have some switches compared to last game. Um, and if I go back into the standings, just so you can all see, basically Kunst Club is now at 4-0, Placeholders is 1-3, and Team No Name is now at 1-3 as well. We have not updated it because the game just happened yesterday, and so it's between CBS and Apes Together Strong. Either they will both be 2-2 if Apes Together Strong wins, which means Apes Together Strong will have the head-to-head over CBS. And if they have the head-to-head, that means they will lock in second place. So again, this is going to be extremely important for both teams to get a better seat in the playoffs that will start next week. The teams are still preparing. They have a few issues, it seems, with their setup. So that's what we are waiting for. And in the meantime, let's go to a quick break before we return. We'll be back in 1 minute. And we are back, and they have indeed started their picks and bans. And with the bans, we already see from Apes the ban onto the Veigar and the Volibear. And the Veigar is very clearly targeted towards Lipsy on CBS, their mid laner, because he has been playing that a lot this season, and especially in these series. While on the other side, we see the Ilaoi, the Noxian, and the Zac, clearly scared of the possible frontline and engage potential that Ape has shown in their games. As last, we see the Smolder ban. Smolder has had moments where they really popped off, but because of the nerfs, I am somewhat surprised to see it. But better safe than sorry if that's what you're afraid of. And they do lock in their own high scaling hyper carry in Jinx. Ape has shown a lot of priority for this over the split. They also really prioritize it against Guns Club, so I'm not surprised to see this locked in. While the Kaiser and Ari are picked by CBS. So they want to match fire with fire in the bot lane. And Ari, currently strong mid lane champion, lot of safety, so it's a safe blind pick for the most part. And it offers some playmaking and also mid game power. Then Ape is now thinking what else they are going to pick. I see the Galio, which will face up against the Ari. And then now they have to pick something which can again get countered, because we have 2 mid lane and 2 AD carry picks. And it's going to be the Leona support, it seems. That's very aggressive. It's a strong champion for sure. It can get punished if CBS knows what they want to play against it. But they clearly value keeping the top lane and the jungle a secret for now, so that they can leave their options open. CBS having a lot of trouble deciding what they want to go for, and it's going to be the Ivern jungle. So now CBS has the option of banning junglers, since they already picked their own, while Ape will probably prioritize on picking the worst supports away, so that Leona has easier time. But no, I see CBS already banning the Mordekaiser from Ape. So what will Ape ban in return? And there is the possible Renata ban. Very logical, since they are, again, they do already have picked their own support. And it is locked in. Now CBS, they might ban away another top laner if they do indeed want to blind pick their own top lane and leave the jungler for last. And so, if they already know what they want to pick and they ban away the worst matchups for that, it is a viable strategy. But I see the Trundle, and then Ape still has to respond, and they might ban away their own top laner, not willing to deal with a possible Udyr against them. And it is indeed banned. So let's see what CBS will pick. If they will go for their support, which feels like the safest because the enemy has already picked a support, or if they do somehow blind their top laner. Then I'm expecting the support. I wonder if they really will go for the Bard, or if this is just a fun troll hover. No, it is locked in. Okay, so they are seemingly very interested in roaming. The Ivan and the Bard make for a very unusual game. They are champions that do not play like many other champions because of how Ivan clears the jungle and Ivan's ult. Same with Bard's ult and portals. A lot of shenanigans can happen, and if CBS has already played with this before, if they have experience with running this setup, they can get a clear advantage over Ape, who might not be as used to playing against these champions, especially combined. Because it can get a lot very scary to have them gang together. Now Ape do pick the Jarvan against the Ivern, so they wanna get some playmaking of themselves, and the Rumble. And here we see the full lineup of Ape, and this is a very clear target with what they want to achieve. They have one button, and that is the go in button. With the Leona ult, Jarvan ult, Galio on top of that, Rumble's ultimate also layered across. It is very clear what they have in mind, but that does leave the Jinx all alone. So they do need to be the ones who actually start making the plays. With the Olaf in return. So we have an Olaf against a Rumble match up in top lane. And here you see the full lineups. Now, because we are streaming and they are all at home, we will have a 3-minute delay before we can actually start, and we still need to wait for them to set up their runes and masteries. So, looking at CBS's side, as I said, they have a lot of playmaking potential with the Ivern, the Bard, the Ahri, and yes, there's a lot of go-in potential for Ape, but it might be quite hard to actually get in there. Olaf has his ult to stop the CC. He can get locked into the Jarvan ult, but besides that, he can just run everywhere he wants. Bard might be able to stop it. Kai'Sa actually has her ult to reposition, so if they don't engage properly, she might be able to re-engage together with her team. So Ape does have the easier team comp to pull off, but you do actually need to be able to set it up properly. And CBS has a lot more playmaker potential in the early game. So Ape needs to be careful not to fall behind before they can actually start grouping up. Now we are going to yet another break while we wait for the teams to set up their runes, masteries, and then wait for the spectator delay. So we will see you back in about 4 minutes. And we are back. And with that, we will also go into the game. Because our teams are indeed lining up right now. So let's see what they have prepared for us. Galileo late leaving the base. Let's hope that is not any technical difficulties. No, there he is. It's a very safe lineup right now. We have the Olaf with a small invade, possibly trying to get a ward in, or maybe some cheesy damage. Ooh, we do actually see an invade from the Bard and the Ivan together, but it was on top of a ward that was earlier placed by Leona, and nothing will come from it, and no ward will be placed down. And besides a few auto attacks here and there, Smax. No, with that, the ghost is instantly popped by the Olaf. The Ari will follow up with damage, and the Rumble has to run away. And this might be a blown summoner. Yes, it is. And this is very good for the Olaf top lane. He uses his ghost, but he gets an ignite, a flash from it, and because Rumble has ignite, he cannot teleport to lane, so Olaf can get the early lead out of it. And Olaf will indeed try to freeze the wave so that Rumble loses experience early on. Meanwhile, the Ivern and Jarvan will just clear, and Kai'Sa has already warded the tri-bush in the top of your screen to make sure that there are no shenanigans from the Jarvan at level 2. Oh, and a nice trade. And the Jinx also has the flash away. The exhaust for the save, and Jinx just barely makes it out thanks to the exhaust of Leona, but that was greedy positioning and a very good punish from the Bard and the Kai'Sa on the side of CBS. Jinx is staying around trying to farm Watch again, trying to get to level 2, but you gotta think this is risky. Even if the Bard has no ignite, you wonder if they're not gonna get punished for this anyway. The Ivern is roaming down. Either they are looking for a dive or he's just in the area to make sure Jarvan can't come and save the Jinx. But Jarvan is just clearing his top side right now. There are a few trades in mid lane, and Olaf has indeed found an early lead right now. And the Rumble is able to catch the wave, but let's see if he can get punished because he's only level 2, while Olaf is already level 4. There's level 3. And that's a big trade because Olaf can just heal up. And the Bard started to roam now that Kai'Sa has reset. And let's see if they actually get a good gank off onto the Galileo. No, it's just a ward to see if they can spot Jarvan soon. But the Jarvan is currently clearing top Scuttle, and Ivern is very unlucky. And they're going to engage. Ivern is trying to get out, but he's getting collapsed on. Oh, but the Bard found the Jinx as well, and the Jinx has to ghost. But the Bard is not able to flash after it because Leona saved her. And Ivern is also able to run out without using summoners. So a lot of action across the map, but in the end, only Jinx had to use a summoner. But that must feel bad for the Jinx, having to yet again leave, yet again use a summoner. You just can't feel safe in your own lane, and that is unfortunate. Ivern might be coming in for a lane gank, while Jarvan is nearby, so this might get interesting. Just a bit of trade in topside, but it should not result in a kill. The Rumble is too close to his tower to make anything happen, and the Ivern will recall. And same with the Jarvan. And this is a dive, and Olaf managed to get the kill, and he managed to flash out of tower range. And that is first blood for CBS. And you must feel that the level 1 strategy of waiting inside the enemy jungle has paid off. And Olaf might become an absolute beast this game if Apes Together Strong is not able to pull anything out of their head. If you look at the CS right now, Jarvan has a small lead thanks to the Skull Crabs, while the Ahri and the Olaf are both covering a small lead, especially the Olaf. And Kai'Sa is also doing well, while the waves push towards him. And Jarvan, in the meantime, is taking the Void Grabs, and Ivan does not seem to contest. He's in the area, but I think he will be too late for the last bit. And another fight. Bart needs to be careful. That's the flash forced. Very nicely done from Jinx and Leona. And a little bit overeager from the Bart. And we do see that although top has gotten first blood, the real action seems to be happening in bot lane, where they are constantly trading blows, trying to get even the smallest advantage on both sides. But so far, everything seems to be going just fine for CBS. And this is what CBS needed. They need to get ahead early to make sure that they can keep creating plays, that they have the power to get vision control. Because come mid game, it's gonna be very scary to walk into Apes if they can set up before them. So you have to try and get what you can right now. Well, for Apes, it should be fine just trailing farm and scaling up a bit more. And the Olaf will just keep farming. He almost has his first plate as well. And the Rumble is playing somewhat scared, understandably. He has half the CS of the Olaf, so he's certainly not feeling great about this. And mid lane might be the most boring lane at the moment. But that's understandable, because the Ahri keeps pushing the Galio in. But because it's Ahri, it's hard to actually gank her. And so Jarvan just keeps hard farming. Oh, small engage, but the Bard is able to portal out of there. Now, look at it. They are level 5, and Bart and Leona are both almost level 6. And I would say they are waiting for that, but no, they're already going in. This is a very nice roam from the Jarvan and the Galio. And that is a return kill. They're still down 1000 gold, but it must feel good to make something happen, get some of your own initiative, and get a kill for it. With minimal losses, Kai'Sa managed to dodge the ult of Leona, and not much more will happen. Bart is coming to portal in the Ivern, and they are going in, but there's also a fight top lane. The Bart, no, they're fighting all 3 lanes, but nowhere is kill. They're all just trading blows, trading ultimates, and trading health. But the only winner here is Jarvan, who gets the dragon. The Bard will simply portal out, because it is a Bard and it's hard to actually keep him locked down against the wall. Olaf is trying to poke, while Rumble is trying to farm. But at least Rumble did not fall behind even further. The CS advantage has remained mostly the same. But Ahri looks like she wants to make something happen. Olaf is there. And this is going to be a dive. The charm is missed. And this is actually a return call onto the Olaf. Rumble must be happy with a 1-for-1. That's the best he could have gotten out of it. And Galileo, in the meantime, is getting a plate. So I think Apes Together Strong should be happy with the end result of that, with how much time is used up by the Ari. Jarvan is in top side and the second spawn of void traps are up. I'm expecting him to try and take all 6 after his blue buff, while Ivern is just happily farming his own camps, unaware of what is happening. He's walking mid. He might want to contest it, but the question is, will he be in time? The Galio does have his ult, but he's not nearby yet. But first, a fight in bot side. The Kai'Sa has to get away. Kai'Sa got exhausted, and Kai'Sa actually got hit by the ult of the Jinx, and it's a double kill on the one side. Well, in the end, the Jarvan had to get away after getting one of the void grabs because of the collapse of Ari and Olaf, and they managed to take 2 for themselves on CBS's side, which means there are no void minions in this game. And the gold lead is pretty much equal. The golds look nice, but it's all about gold, of course. The kills look nice, but it's all about gold. And with that, Jinx has managed to finish Static Shift, while Kai'Sa is still only on components. So, after all the punishing early game, the Jinx is actually ahead in this lane right now. And Bart is trying to be annoying, but he does have the bigger backup with the Ari and Ivern. And they managed to finish off the Jarvan. Galileo tried to save him with the ult, has to flash out to get out himself. And Bart managed to stay alive. Yeah, Galileo has to walk around if he does not want wish to get poked. Leona there for backup, so he's able to farm mid. And with that, everybody goes back to their respective corner and starts farming again. Now, it is back to a 1k gold lead for CBS. It is quite volatile at the moment. Both sides showing that they can make plays, but also clearly showing that they do not respect the possibility of roaming from the other enemies. Multiple times now we see people start an objective, start a team fight, without counting on a minimap how many enemies are missing. And they are clearly getting punished for that. Let's see if they will start playing a bit more careful, or if this is going to be just as scrappy of a game as we had last week. That's a failed Rumble ult, unfortunately, and Olaf still has his ult, so he should be happy about that. And it's a gank from the Jarvan, but Olaf might want to go for a dive, and there it is, because the Rumble had silenced itself, but it is a return kill thanks to the ignite. And overall, positive for the Olaf because of the CS lost by the Rumble, but even so, with how far behind the Rumble is, every 1-for-1 trade should be a boost for his mental. That he is at least not completely getting shut out. Dragon will be spawning in a few seconds. Bart and Ivern are getting vision around it, but Ari did recall, did reset, does have malignance, which is very important. That's a big power spike for this mid-game fight, and Olaf is also coming. So it's clear that CBS wants to contest for this dragon. They don't want to give up yet a second dragon. And yet again, Apes Together Strong is getting called out, but are they able to turn it around? Yes, they are. Bart is getting killed, and Kai'Sa got caught. Kai'Sa is not able to get out, and it's a second kill for the Jinx. Jinx is going strong. She's getting excited, and she keeps going. On the other hand, Leona did die, as a return kill, but you must think that Apes Together Strong will be happy with this result because it is a 4v5. Rumble is still going top, getting the tower, so it is 3v3, and Apes Together Strong does realize this. They are falling back, and CBS is actually going to start Dragon. But it seems that Jarvan does not want to give it up freely. He's looking for an engage. He goes too early, and the Galio and Jinx are not ready yet. And Jinx has to flash, while Olaf and Bart flash after Galio dies. But it is a Dragon for CBS. And after we had such a nice play from Apes Together Strong, they managed to get a tower. They got the kills. They backed off. Could have given up Dragon, but instead gave up multiple summoners, multiple kills, and still gave up the Dragon as well. And that's just a little bit too much greed. Not remembering that the enemy still had 3 people bot side and backup coming in because your Rumble without teleport was top lane. Leona protecting the control ward as every good support will do, even if it must mean you will die. And for a little while we are going back to farming. Rift Herald is up, but it seems that nobody is making a move yet to go for it. CBS is recalling. It is getting pinged by Apes, but it seems that they first want to go for the Olaf. Make sure that they have the man advantage. They are clearing the vision. Ivan is coming. But for now, the AD carries are still in bot lane. And nobody wants to fight after what happened last. And Apes Together Strong is giving up the Rift Herald, while CBS is starting it up with the Olaf and the Ivan. On top of vision is Rumble waiting. He wants to go for a steal. He has his ult ready. Everybody except the Jinx has it. It is engaged on Ari. Ari ults away. Jarvan tries to go in, misses. The Olaf is hitting hard. The Olaf gets the Leona. No, yes, he managed to get the Leona. And he's healing a ton. Jarvan finally ults. He's locking up the Ivern as backup, but Arius managed to clean up onto the Galio. Managed to make Rumble flash out. They are going stronger with the portal. And Jarvan tries to escape, but I think it is in vain. And with all that, oh, Jinx is getting executed. Let's ignore that one and let's just focus on the fact that Bart did manage to take, as you can see, the Rift Herald. This is a mid lane tower in return for CBS. It's now 1 tower for 2, and they get a second charge off. They will not be able to finish this tower, but they are getting it low. It is nicely set up. Oh, they are actually finishing it, but they are paying it for it with their own lives. That's a high price to pay, and you could have thought that they could have just backed off and gotten it at a moment later, since it was just a few hits away. This was a little bit too greedy, and they did get punished for it. Because that's a big shutdown onto the Ahri. The Olaf managed to get a tower as well. So it is now 3 towers for CBS and 2 towers for Apes. For Apes, they must focus on the mid tower right now, since that will really open up the map for them and help them move into the enemy jungle, create easier moments for them to get a proper engage. Because so far, yes, they have had a lot of team fights, but we haven't seen any proper combos yet. It's always 1 by 1. First, the Leona tries to go in with her ult. It misses. Then they are scrapping and only 20 seconds later do we see a Jarvan fight. We haven't seen a full-on front-to-back fight from Apes yet, and that is something they need if they really want to get back into this game, because right now CBS is clearly in the lead. They are a lot more powerful. One moment. My apologies, it seems that the game audio was bugged and never showed, so you were only listening to me. My sincerest apology. Let's hope that this will sound a little bit better. And it is currently a dragon fight. The CBS is properly set up for it, but we do see an engage from the Galio onto the Olaf. Olaf ults and they completely blow up Leona, who's not able to do anything. Olaf is locked into the Jarvan ult, but Olaf flashes over and he managed to get onto Jinx. Jinx dies, Rumble dies, and it will be almost a clean ace from CBS because they managed to just completely annihilate them with the goal lead that they already had. And it is a 4-1, only the Olaf gave his life, but they must be happy. Olaf did so much damage after killing Leona and then flashing forward, getting onto the Jinx. And this is a very powerful lead for CBS. And at some point you're gonna think, as Apes, what can we do to get back in? This almost looked like a proper fight, except that the vision was clearly in the favor of CBS. And so Apes really need to start thinking about what they can do. Probably need to go for some picks, because they are very clearly losing the fights right now. The team fight will not result in anything good unless they get a quick pick onto the Ahri, who is absolutely monstrous, and use that to get excited on Jinx and burst down this Olaf. Olaf ults and is going after Galio. He gets the slow. Galio is trailing back. And Bart ult to help the Olaf disengage after his ult times out. And the guys are coming, but not much more is going to happen. My apologies, I sometimes need to take a drink. Baron is up, but right now Apes, together strong, do have some vision around it, so they can see if CBS will start it up. And so CBS is currently just pushing, trying to go for some towers. Some nice poke onto Leona and almost a snipe. Leona has to walk back to base. And it is unclear what CBS is going for. They might want to go for just the two inner towers. Jarvan goes for a small trade with Olaf, but with the rest of CBS in mid and bot lane. They might want to just force down this inner tower, while CBS is more forcing to stop. Oh! And this is actually a engage by the Bard. It is a very greedy portal, but he did not get punished from it. And Ahri probably has to go back to base and heal up, because this is a Lich Bane Galio. He is going full on AP. And Ahri will keep walking away. And with that recall, there is a lot of damage on Ape's side. So if they get the burst, oh, and this is just a solo kill. Almost a snipe from Jinx, but not enough. And at this point the Rumble must really dislike it and probably is just interested in going to the next game if he keeps getting solo like that. without anything he can do about it. There's an engage on the Kai'Sa, and it is a flash from the Galio, and it's a quick burst down. Bart's able to get out, but it's teleporting from the Ahri, and Ahri has to ult out as well. This is a very nice catch. Let's see if Apes Together Strong is able to make use of this. Because Olaf did use this time to finish the second to last in a tower. Baron is up. You would think that at this point CBS should just force the Baron, unless they are really waiting for the dragon in 1 minute time, but even that is not Sol. So at some point, yes, you don't want to take too many risks, but you also don't want to take it too slowly. And right now they are looking more for fights than for objectives, it seems, with Baron up for multiple minutes now and no vision around at all. Of course, with the lead they have, they aren't getting punished for these things. They just need to make sure that they will take the game forward, because Jinx is getting poked to half health. With that, we do actually just see a straight up start onto the Baron. It's a teleport in from the Galio. Galio has to quickly run away. He does get away. They're stalling a bit. Olaf keeps pushing bot. It will be a 5v4. And the Galio is getting caught and he is getting bursted down. The Ahri keeps going. They will keep pushing forward. And it is a finish from Apes, but are they gonna win the fight? Jinx is gonna lock down, but Jinx is still alive. It is a reset. Jinx gets excited, and Jinx should be able to finish this off because it's a Bart and Ivern left. And oh, Daisy did actually get the kill onto the Jarvan, and Jinx will be able to clean up this fight, you would think. A flash forward, just making sure that Daisy and Ivern die, and it is a 3-man Baron buff onto the Leona, Jinx and Rumble on Apes Together Strong side, and they clearly have some fight left in them, but they are in a very risky spot with the Olaf waiting around with his ult, and he's instantly going for the Jinx, and Jinx has absolutely no way of getting out when he's immune to CC. Leona is just a helpless bystander who gets killed afterwards, and this is just a greedy take from Apes Together Strong, who waste 2 of their 3 last Baron buffs. You know that Olaf was bot. It is a possibility that he did not recall that he did come, and once he is behind you, there's no escaping left for Jinx. Just a small trade from the Bart, who keeps playing as if he has more backup than he has, which is working out. The enemy keeps backing off when he does it, but let's see if Apes Together Strong will actually call the bluff at some point. Ivern just shadowing the Ahri, and Galio is just clearing the wave now that Olaf did take the bot inhibitor. And after all said and done, even though Apes Together Strong did get the Baron, I think the lead is still in the favor of CBS with the fight around Dragon and the fact that I got the inhibitor. Because Apes is actually inside their base and they just have to catch the waves that are getting pushed into them. Trying to whip it. Ahri is ulting in. It is a charm. Rumble managed to get out after a quick ult from the Galio to save him. But that is a trade of ultimates from the mid laners and the Bard as well. And Apes Together Strong is able to quickly heal up in between. So let's see if CBS has it in them to actually push this tower down, but it does not look like it. because Jinx and APE Galio do have a lot of wave clear. Rumble also on bot. Olaf just wants to go for the tower, if not the Leona. And Olaf does not care that Leona is going for him. And it is actually a finish on the tower, it is an exhaust. And Olaf just quickly runs out, not caring at all about any of the CC. Ari ults out. Olaf doesn't have his ult, he can get locked out at this point. He has a giant shield, he's healing up, but he flashes out, he will go down after the Galio taunt gets him. Ari has to ult away, and this does seem to be the end of the fight, but it is in favor of Apes to go strong, except that Jinx went too far forward, and Jinx does get punished after going for a solo chase without any vision inside her own jungle, and so getting flanked from the Bard does go down. And every time Apes together strong manage to make a play, they manage to get themselves somewhat back to the game, they overextend. And they do get punished for it. But they do get a nice catch onto the Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa has no way to get out except for a portal. And oh, the heal together with the Ivern does actually save her. But Bard is now left out without a portal, flashes away, does get some, and miraculously CBS managed to all get out. This is an absolutely phenomenal escape from CBS. Let's see if CBS will actually finish it, because all towers except the next towers are left. Okay, let's calm down for a moment. Everybody's resetting. The bottom inhibitor should be coming back soon. And with Dragon in a minute and Baron in 40 seconds. Oh, that's an engage, but Bard should be fine, because Bard did build tanky. And I would expect CBS to focus onto Dragon Soul, because that's a easier and safer take than the Baron. But meanwhile, Ari is forced to ult away. The Rumble does ult after it. He does flash forward, but Ari is fast enough. The Jinx ult after, but it did not work out. Kai'Sa trying to get a return kill. Let's see if she can get a snipe. No. Rumble did manage to get away after Leona tanked the W. Galio is now trying to get away, but Galio does have some support. Jarvan is going ult. Oh, Galio. The ult. No. Galio does have a shield. Is he able to get away? Yes, he is. And the Leona goes in. The Leona will die after the snipe. And this is it. Because of how scrappy these fights are, it is in the favor of the Bard, of the Ahri. And they are able to just keep getting kills and keep escaping with a sliver of their health. And that is a snipe from the Jinx. Kai'Sa managed to go in with the ult and just absolutely obliterate the Jinx. And with only Galio left for 10 seconds, I don't think there's much Galio can do. And I think CBS will try to push for the end here. Daisy is coming in. They are waiting for the minions in top side. Leona is alone. Jarvan comes back now. But they will not have the damage to actually do anything. The exhaust, but Olaf does not care about your CC. He does not care about your towers. He will heal up. He does not even care about all your healing reduction. And that is the first game in favor of CBS in the best of 3. And with this win, it is Apes who has to win both next games together if they want to have a chance at second place. And with that, let's do a quick tussle. And with that, we will go to a break of a couple of minutes before we get into the draft of the next game. We will be back in a couple of minutes. See you after this break. And we are back for game 2 of Apes versus CBS. And CBS managed to get the first win against Apes. And as I said before, this is a very important series because it will determine the second place. So Apes needs to win both games if they want to get second place. If they do not, they will automatically get fourth place out of the regular season. While if CBS managed to win, CBS is going to get second place, and if they lose, they get third place. So there's more on the line from Apes, looking at it. Now, we are still waiting for Champ Select to begin. And looking at how the last game went, it's hard to say for Apes what they need to change up. The Olaf, was it a problem because it was Olaf or just because he got a very early lead? They were building correctly against him, they were building healing reduction, but in the end it did not matter. He had so much damage that he managed to just burst them all down and heal enough to survive most of the fights, or otherwise soak up so much damage that Apes just did not have anything left for the rest. On CBS's side, I mean, they won. They should be happy, but the question is, because of how close it sometimes was, are they afraid of certain picks? Or is it because they are just afraid of the playstyle of either their team or the enemy team? And with that, we are into Champion Select. And they have swapped sides. CBS is now on the blue side because Apes has decided to go on to the red side, trying to get some counter picks, most likely. CBS banning Ilaoi, Nocturne, just like last time. Ape yet again banning the Smolder, this time as the first ban. And I wonder if they're actually gonna change something up. So far it seems like CBS just says, we won, I'm not afraid of anything you showed, so we're keeping the same bans. Which is very understandable. But Ape, they clearly do change something. They ban away both solo laners. Now, this does leave, of course, something else up. But CBS, they were very happy with how the Ivern went. Just farming, not having to force too much. So they will pick it up yet again. And because Ape lost, it is now up to them to figure out what they need to change. Because CBS, yes, they have to pick 2 new solo laners, but jungle and bot lane seemed to go fine in the end. They were a little bit down early on, but since they didn't actually die for the most part, there's not much that has to change. Apes together strong are picking hovering Nautilus at least instead of the Leona. They might want to have Hook a bit more force potential. Leona is very strong, but Nautilus does have more power level 1 already. And Nico for, I expect, mid lane. So we see a lot of changes already. They not only ban differently, but they also pick differently. So let's see what CBS will do against this, alongside the Ivern. They have 2 seconds left, and now that the Olaf and the Ari are banned, CBS can safely pick away, or pick for themselves, the Veigar, which Lipsy is very comfortable on. And so I understand Ariben, but with how much in the wheelhouse it is for Lipsy, I am somewhat surprised they actually decided to ban the Ari instead of the Vigar. But let's see, maybe they think they can handle the Vigar better based on what other picks they have prepared. CBS also picked the Morgana for support. They are clearly scared of the possible Nautilus engage, and so they wanted a bit more safety. And this does seem like a very strong pick composition so far on the side of CBS. Well, Ape also has pick potential, but they also picked a quite powerful bot lane. Caitlyn will be able to poke from range, and if Nautilus manages to land a hook, together with his passive, the snare, the trap of Caitlyn, that can very quickly turn into a kill. But this does mean that they have picked a AD carry, while CBS did not. So they can focus the AD carry pool, but it seems like yet again they ban away the Udyr, while CBS bans away the Mordekaiser yet again. They're clearly too afraid to already pick the top lane, but also too afraid to leave open certain top laners. And I expect Ape to, after their last ban, to yet again pick their jungler and then leave their top laner for last. And Ape, they do ban the Renekton as their final ban. They do not want to face it. Yeah, these all seem like very standard bans. If we looked at last game, they also banned the Mordekaiser and the Tron on one side, just like Ape banned the Udyr, and now we will see what else they have prepared. Do we see a Jarvan yet again? I don't know, see from Ape to try and force something, or do they just want to go for a different kind of composition? Because they do not have the same wombo combo, but as I say that, the Mumu ult plus Nico ult does have a lot of AoE CC potential. They are still clearly looking to go for their own engages, while CBS seemingly going for a Ashe AD carry, which yet again gives more pick potential if they go for it. They're currently hovering Senna, and they do lock in the Senna, so they're actually going for more scaling potential right now with the Senna, with the Vigar. It does mean that early game, yes, they are quite safe, but it might also be a lot harder to force anything. With the Ivern, the Senna, the Vigar, the Morgana, they're all sit back and farm champions, which means Ape should be able to control the early objectives. Get the first dragon, get the void grubs. Let's see what they pick into the Gnar, which is the last pick of CBS. What top laner they want to have on their side to round out this composition. And they actually go for the kill. This is very interesting. They go for their own scaling pick, so that if mid game and early game they have not found their own advantage, they have the late game potential of kill against the late game potential of Vigar and Senna. It is a very interesting idea. Let's see how the matchup into Lunar will go for them. And right now the teams are able to pick their runes and summoners, while we yet again have to wait for a spectator delay. So with that, we will be back in a few minutes time. And we are back for the second game of the match. The teams are loading into the rift right now. And let's see what this will bring. If CBS manage to win, they will lock in second place. If Apes get to win this game, there will be a third game to decide the winner of the series. And it seems that Ape has planned something already, because they are going around trying to go for an invade, and it does not get spotted by the side of CBS, by the Nar and the Viger, and they are spotted right now, but is Viger able to get out? He has to flash, while Nar can walk out. This is nice beginning for the side of Apes. On the other side, Senna is able to get a ward down. So let me put these in their correct places, since the team will do it themselves. And it is a very irregular start right now. Ivan can solo the camps. Amumu starting on the blue buff, getting a big leash from the Kate and Nautilus actually. And this does mean that they will actually just barely not lose XP, except for the Nautilus. The Nautilus is down in XP, which means the Morgana and Senna might be able to punish this by rushing level 2 and going for the trade. The kill is going for a trade against the Nar, which kill. People always think she's very weak. She does have more power than people think, but it is early gank from Ivern, which unfortunately fails. They get some poke on, but they do not get the kill. But they do have the kill push out. This time, luckily for Apes Go Strong, the kill does have teleport. So if kill wants, dash teleport back to top lane. Not too much XP and she has lost. But you need to be careful for a possible return gank right now. Just some training down in bot lane. Senna trying to stack up. While on the top side, Nar is also just farming it up. So let's see what this in turn will do. The Nico against the Vigar. The Mumu is actually coming from behind. The Ivan does spot him already. Let's see if this will turn into something more. Because the Mumu is actually all the way alone right now. And the flash and a Mumu managed to get away. It is a re-engage from the Mumu. The healer spot from the Caitlyn. It is an engage from the Nautilus, but I think everybody should be able to get away. Actually, Nautilus might have to flash with this poke. He can walk out. It is a re-engage from the Mumu with the bandage toss. Everybody keeps going in, flashing out, going. It is engage onto the Senna, and it is first blood onto the Nautilus. But a return call from the Caitlyn with her Q, getting a double kill. And the end result, although it's first blood for CBS, you should think that Apes Together Song is happier getting the double kill on the AD carry. Well, the first blood went onto the support Morgana. Actually, no, I am wrong. The Senna is actually the support this time, while the Morgana is the farmer. Of course, fasting Senna, not unheard of. But this might make it more valuable to get the kill onto the Morgana, since Morgana will be able to farm up more and actually offer a lot more damage. The kill flashes in, gets the solo kill against the Nar. And this is not what you want to see happen as CBS when you're playing against a kill. Kill's almost level 6. And at that point, it's really going to get painful for the Gnar. And it's engaged on the Nico. Nico managed to almost get out. There's Nautilus for the backup, but they do manage to slow her enough to get the finishing blow. Senna now has to get out, just barely missing the balance toss from Amumu. And with that, everybody backs off. A lot of trading happening, and 1 kill onto the Nico for the Senna. And I am indeed solo casting. Unfortunately, nobody else was able to make it, so I'm here all by myself. It's always nice to have the viewers enjoy the company, enjoy the game together with me, because the first game was very interesting, and I think this game will not disappoint either with what I've seen already in the first 6 minutes. It is just a bit of farming right now, but Ivan is coming for another gank onto the kill. It is a stun from the Gnar. Gnar ults, kill back. Kill does have her ult still ready, but the question is, will it be enough? Amumu is coming in, but he might be too late. Will they? No, they are actually getting the return kill. It is a 1-for-1. The Gnar should be able to kite it out right now, with his flash still up, but it is a lot better than you would have expected after seeing the initial engage onto the kill and how low kill got. And it is still a lot more scaling for the kill. The CS advantage is for the Gnar, yet again. As much as Kill is able to get kills, the Gnar is clearly still stronger right now. But he has not based yet, so Kill might have the item advantage and might be able to actually get something done here. Whether it is a freeze, now that the Gnar has to possibly return. The Gnar very apprehensive about stepping forward with the possible slow from the kill. He has already died solo once, he does not want that to happen again. And mid lane is yet again farming, because the Vigar just wants to get his stacks and he does not have to actually fight for it. Ivan, the 3rd time top, but first there's an engage onto the Morgana, but it gets turned back around onto the Caitlyn. Caitlyn has to flash away and they all manage to just barely escape. Same with the kill. Ivan keeps sticking around, but the kill is full health, so I'm not sure what this will accomplish, except for pushing in the wave so that the Gnar can reset. It is an engage onto the Morgana, and unfortunately for Morgana, that will be the end of her. Almost got the return on Caitlyn, but just barely out of range. Mumu chasing after, but the mini wave will save Senna from a possible damage toss. And Mumu is going for the dragon. What did I see now? That's a beautiful play by the Senna, going for the Caitlyn with a flash. And this is how you know the person knows their limits on Senna. You don't need to point your Q onto the enemy AD carry, you just need to make them land in the prolonged range. You can aim for a minion, just like we saw here. And then a nice binding from Morgana onto the Nautilus, and CBS is yet again taking a commanding lead. But APE's together strong is certainly not out of it yet. Kill is able to just barely keep up in farm, and with the kill, which you should be happy enough about it. We are trying to go for something, but it's not working out. But we see, there was a possible attempt for a fight from the Mumu, but with Gnar coming in his mega form, and Nico half health, they think the better of it and back off, which is probably the smart play. Kill yet again stepping up, Kill knows that 3 enemies are there, yet kills go for the farm, and this is a forced ult. Kill managed to escape, but this is just something that you should not let happen when you know that the enemy is on to the void ramblings. Some nice poke damage onto the Caitlyn, but nothing more. Viper managed to get a reset. And Senna, with her power, already has Ghostblade finished, which is probably the best first item you can get. A lot of people like to go for Vision, helping to clear wards, but Ghostblade is actually, in most cases, the correct first item for the extra power in the lane to be able to try and snowball the lead that you have right now. Nautilus getting caught a bit, Gnar and Kill also going for trades, but nothing more will happen of it. Kill has to be a bit careful next to the wall, because Kill does not have ult anymore. But the end result is just a bit of poke back and forth. And Gnar times out. Yeah, Nautilus is going in, but a nicely timed Black Shield onto the Morgana to stop the hook. And Senna is able to stay out of range. And yeah, Nautilus overextended before both Amumu and Caitlyn were able to make it. They do still want to try and focus with the Nico there. They get the first kill, they managed to get the second kill, but it is a return kill onto the Viger. And Gnar got a solo kill against the kill in return. Viger flashes forward with the ult, gets a kill on Caitlyn, and the end result is 2 kills for Apes and 4 kills across the map for CBS. And bot was in the favor. Let's see if Kill wants to. Yeah, Kill just wants to fight. And so actually, let's go back a little bit to see the kill in top lane and what happened over here. Gnar is just going for Millionaire. They are trading a little bit. Gnar, yeah, this is just stepping up too far from the kill. And Gnar did not even need Mega Gnar to go for his ult, for his CC. And if we go back into the game right now, Gnar recalls and should be happy with the trade. And actually, CBS should be happy all across the board with what happened right there. We do see a small lane swap with Nautilus and Caitlyn going for a plate in mid lane before they head back to bot lane. Just to create some tempo, which is smart. The Gnar and Kill, my apologies, are battling out yet again. And yeah, the constant slows from the Gnar forced out the Kill ult, but Kill did get the flash from Gnar because of it. But Kill still has to recall. So unless Apes is actually able to punish Gnar not having flash, which hasn't happened so far, I think this will be in the favor of CBS. A lot more poke onto the Nautilus and Amumu against Gnar. Amumu is actually winning this fight. Amumu a lot stronger than you would think. Able to push back the Gnar. Gnar is able to quickly clear the wave and should recall, because Amumu is actually coming back. And let's see if Gnar is able to escape this. He's waiting for the balance toss. It is very nice, it's an ult. On the bot side, it is a kill on the Caitlyn. And the Nautilus gets a hook. It is a flash from the Senna to get away, but Nautilus overextended because he was already low. And after Senna's flash, the W for Morgana, together with Senna's ult, does result in a kill. Nico is trying to make a play, but is actually getting caught herself right now. And yeah, they're all just going one by one. And it goes from bad to worse for Apes to get strong. The only saving grace is the fact that they did get a kill in top lane and are getting Rift Herald now. Caitlyn yet again gets caught. At this point you should be expecting that it is warded. Especially if you can see that they warded. Which they did have possibility to. Ivern will be blocking the Caitlyn ult. And Apes Together Strong has to calm down, they have to pull back. They keep trying to force too hard and they keep getting punished for it. They have a lot of playmaking potential. It is good that they are proactive. But they're just not able to do quick. And Nautilus leaves the Caitlyn for a little bit and Senna managed to keep slowing the Caitlyn into an early grave. And this is what I'm talking about. They are taking unnecessary risks. The kill yet again gets called and a forced out ult and flash. And you are just not allowed to make these mistakes at this point. This is better for second place. And right now, if Apes plays like this, they will end up in 4th place. And if I'm gonna be honest, they are playing as if they are 4th place right now. They are taking way too many risks that are unnecessary. They lost the first tower in top and mid lane right now. Bot tower is almost down. And at this point, Apes Together Strong did not get the lead that they would have wanted in mid lane, in bot lane. And at this point, they just have to try and save it. They have to try and farm, defend with Nico, with Caitlyn. Try and keep the towers alive as long as possible while the kill gets stronger. It is a very nice engage. It is a double ultimate, but they do get a shutdown onto the Vigar, which is very useful. Probably disable chat. A nice trade, but Caitlyn yet again gets called. Nautilus will be there to save Caitlyn, but that is yet another outer tower down. And CBS is in a commanding lead. They have a almost 6,000 gold lead. They are hovering around bot side. Currently there are no objectives on the map, which means CBS should just keep pushing them in, getting deep vision. With how Apes Together Strong is playing, they might be able to get more catches before Baron spawns or before they are going for the next dragon. Nautilus has to flash away if he wants to survive this. Almost a kill from the Vigar ult alone, but Nautilus does indeed die. He did not use his flash. Maybe he thought that he had no escape possibility anyway, and so he wanted to save it for the next fight, which is understandable. The Amumu wants to defend, but there's not a whole lot he can do against two ranged champions who both have a shutdown on their name. Ivern is hovering. It is an engage from the Amumu. He ults. It is a Caitlyn ult. Nico flashes in forward. Do they get the kill on the Morgana? Yes, they do. They are scaling. Kill managed to teleport in behind. They are chasing Senna. Senna got away. So they are turning onto the Ivern. And they do get the Ivern on a kill. On a kill. Which is the best champion to get on right now. They will reset. Because in the 40 seconds Dragon will spawn. And they will certainly want to go for that. No. The Vigar gets caught. Vigar has no flash. Will they be able to get a kill without giving a kill over? Yes, they will. The kill ult is used, unfortunately, but they should still be happy with the result. Nico is teleporting to top to catch the wave, make sure Nar won't kill a tower in return. And Apes Together Strong is still in this game. They are showing signs of life. And this was a very nice engage and a very nice kill onto the Vigar at the end. I was almost scared they were overextending yet again, because they do need to reset before Dragon spawns. They will be back in time to contest, but Ivern, Senna, Morgana are in the neighborhood. Vargar has teleported up, so they might want to contest if the dragon does not go down too quickly. No, Apes Together Strong is able to take it away. Are they able to walk out safely? Yes, they are. There is no teleport from Vargar or Gnar coming in. And this is a very powerful dragon to get. It stops the stacking from CBS. If they can sneak in another dragon, they are suddenly on soul point. The ward does give vision over Baron, which means CBS is not able to sneak it away just yet. Though they might still want to force it anyway. Kill does not have teleport, while Vargar does. So they do have the ability to make plays around the map that cannot be answered. With 3 teleports against the 0 of Apes. And they're very well just trying to keep visual control of the river around Baron. They're not starting it, but they are making sure that Apes has to keep checking it. Or otherwise it can get snuck away. Everything will calm down for a moment. It is still a 5k gold lead for CBS. But looking at the score, I think Apes Together Strong are suddenly still sure that they are in this fight. After what happened in the latest fight around the dragon. Because although we can see the gold, the players cannot see it. They can only get an inkling based on CS, based on objectives, and based on the kills. Yes, they do still get shutdowns on objectives, but it is another engage from Amumu. There is a black shield onto the Senna, which means Amumu will walk away, and the kill ult will save Amumu for a moment, but Kate does die. There is no useful ult from the Amumu, and CBS is absolutely annihilating them with a powerful Gnar ult. Daisy just running rampant in between. Another flash from the Gnar, but Nico is able to rocket belt out. It is a counter kill onto the Gnar, seemingly. No, it is a trade kill from the Gnar and the Nico. And this might be the first inhibitor tower going down. No, they do not have a wave. With Caitlyn back up, Mumu Nautilus soon coming back up. They will back off. They will reset, play around Dragon yet again. They will not start it, but they will make sure that they have control over it. Oh. Senna going for a troll play onto the Ivern, who wanted to remove a control ward, a blue ward. This is the option for Apes to get some vision into the river now that CBS has recalled. Nautilus is very risky where he's clearing a ward. He is all alone. He has to flash over the wall if he wants to escape. He does get stunned and the Ivan is there. Yeah, there's the flash forced. He was all alone clearing a ward. And he did get punished for it. Krill is farming the wolves and will probably go towards bot now that Krill does have teleport back to cover against the Gnar. Krill is level 13, has managed to complete it, going for the second item. Kaylin has 2 items completed, just like Senna, just like Morgana. Now, this is a possible attempted kill. Gnar ults for safety, and that is all that happened. And with a Moon bot lane, this does mean that CBS will go for Baron. They're starting it up because Amumu is not there to stop it. He does not have teleport as a jungler. Nautilus is in the neighborhood. He is just hovering. Nuka is coming, Caitlyn is coming. They are taking a lot of damage from the Baron and they will have to back off. But Kill did teleport in. And this is a catch on the Kill. Kill has to ult. And Mumu flashes in, ults in, goes for the Veigar. And it is a kill onto the Veigar. A missed Nico ult. CBS is able to escape. Gnar is going for a talent, but they're overextended. And Senna has so much damage that she managed to get a kill with her ult. Flashes forward. Caitlyn has to flash in reaction to that to get out. Mumu managed to recall. No Baron will be taken today. But another one fight in the end for CBS. The fight is yet again going on. Morgana has to be careful. They are trying to get a kill, but everybody is able to escape. Gnar managed to recall. And at this point, you have to ask Apes, why are you forcing bad plays when you are winning the fight? They are getting very nice catches. They are actually getting kills, but then they keep chasing into the fog of war, where Senna is safely waiting with a lot of damage. 2 items completed and the support item finished. A Zeal. They managed to get the dragon 2 apiece right now. And Apes just has to take it one step at a time. They are gonna catches, they are gonna return kills, they are doing great. But then they keep losing it in the end because they don't know their own limits. If you take this moment to look at the items, Morgana, a lot of damage, a lot of power with Crypt Bloom. She will be able to just do consistent damage throughout the fight with these items. Senna, now the 3rd item completed. Getting very powerful. Because if we look at the Senna, we will see 135 stacks right now, which is a lot. And it will be another Baron start, which they might not want to force hard. It is a Nico teleport already. They do want to contest. Is it just a bait in for the fight, or do they want to finish this? Is the question. Nico rocket bells forward. Nautilus again caught. Chain after chain CC. It is an engage from the Gnar into the Veigar cage, and Kate gets blown up. Nico gets a return hit onto the Morgana. Morgana flashes out. Kill does get burst, and no. It looked as if Apes had a possibility for a return kill, but in the end CBS was too strong. It was a beautiful engage of the Gnar ult into the Veigar cage, a beautiful setup, and the Senna just managed to keep in the backline consistent damage, and she was never in any danger of getting hit herself. And this is what you want to see from CBS. If they keep playing like this, they will be the clear number 2, and they will be, even after their loss against Crunch Club last week, they will be a clear contender to win the fight anyway. Caitlyn just overstepping. It is a Gnar, you're never going to get that kill yourself. So just wait for a team, and it's an unnecessary kill. Caitlyn going for a lot of lethality, which I'm not too sure about against how powerful this team is. You might want to later go. It's an engage. It is a very nice engage. And Mumu gets the ult. Nico does not get in range for the ult. Veigar just keeps going bot, and it was a very nice start, but Nico did not manage to get close enough for the follow-up ult onto the Mumu ult. And this meant that CBS managed to win yet again, because Senna was left untouched for the most part. Gnar was able to keep them away. And this is just the finishing touches. CBS is getting second place into the standings. Congratulations to CBS. They are waiting around. They might want to get yet another kill onto the Nautilus before they blow up the Nexus. As a finish kill. Nope. Senna managed to kill the Nexus beforehand. And this means Apes Together Strong will be 4th place instead. It was a very nice series. Unfortunate for Apes Together Strong, they did not get the actual win in the end. It was a nice showing. They surely show potential, just like against Cringe Club the last time they played 2 weeks ago. But they have to look at their weaknesses, look at how they keep overextending when they are winning the fight, if they want to contest in the playoffs. And so, with this, we are getting a interview most likely. Let's wait for a moment to see which of the players gets the honor to tell them what their thoughts was about from CBS. So, congratulations again to CBS. It was a very nice fight. They clearly showed throughout that although they were not always winning the fight at the start, they managed to keep it calm, and every single time they managed to get back in there. They managed to punish Apes if they overextended. They had some small mistakes here and there, but clearly a great showing. And
Hello,
welcome. Will you introduce yourself for everybody?
Oh, hi, I'm Gargalon. I'm the top laner for CBS, for Zed. Yeah,
Congratulations with the win. What were
thank
your
you.
thoughts in the overall series, if I may ask?
My overall thoughts is I got jungle attention, and from jungle attention, I was just able to snowball my lead and gain a massive CS diff, so I'm happy. I didn't really look much on the other lanes.
But looking at the first game, you managed to get a solo kill very early on, so you didn't even get much jungle attention
Oh yeah,
in
you're
the
right.
first
Yeah.
game. You did get help getting the flash out of Rumble, which
Yeah.
clearly set you up with an XP and gold hit, which was amazing.
Yeah, I was trying to do that psychopath Olaf thing where if the jungler starts blue, I just ghost and try and 2v1.
Yeah,
But Rumble walked a bit too far up, so I was just able to go behind him
exactly.
and force his flash. Yeah.
It was very bullshit play, but very
Yeah,
nicely done.
true. I don't play Olaf, and like Olaf is so bullshit, so cheesy.
Yeah, what made you guys go for the team comp that you had?
I don't really know. Usually, it's mostly just for like comfort and stuff. Get a good scaling ADC or something that stealth can use, and then usually we save like counterpick for me. But yeah, Olaf was a really good pick into Rumble, and then just their entire team. I was just able to run straight through him. Yeah.
Very nice.
Good show.
Look at there was a lot of engaged potential on Apes, but you had such a scrappy team. The first game with an Ivern and a Bard. The second game, you were honestly just dominating for most of it. Apes had some very nice plays, but you did amazing every time with the return kills in the end of the fights. Now that the playoffs will happen, you have managed to lock in second place.
Nice. I'm happy about that.
Last week, you unfortunately lost against Guns Club. They will clearly be your biggest opponent. How do you think you will match up against them next time?
I think we'll be a lot better against them. I mean, obviously they did their research when we played against them. they're able to get some good bans against some of our players, and we just weren't really able to get a start on any of those games. Just felt like we weren't really able to do much except sit back and not have any agency. So I think after this series win, I think we're quite confident in the games coming forward. I think
That's
we'll do
very
quite
nice
well.
to hear. Do you have any last thoughts that you wish to share?
Well, first of all, I just want to thank you for streaming and also casting at the same time. You did a full solo cast this entire series, plus you set up the stream and everything. So I want to thank you. You did the work of normally 3 people.
Thank you very much for the compliment. And
Yeah, of
thank you
course.
for the interview.
Yeah, no problem.
And
Oh yeah, and GG to Apes Together Strong.
absolutely.
You guys played well. Really good team comp, and I just love the name and your mantra when you guys post those monkey videos in pre-lobby chat. Yeah,
They
great.
might have to share those with the community in the Discord so that other people can enjoy them as well.
Yeah, you'll find out sooner or later.
Thank you very much for the interview, and we now have a clear picture with the final standings. It will be, as I said before, with Crunch Club 4 wins, 0 losses, first place. CBS has 3 wins, 1 loss in second place. We have a 2 and we have then 3 teams that are all 1 and 3, where Team No Name has managed to get third place because they have won against placeholders. Placeholders has won against Apes Together Strong, and Apes Together Strong has won against Team No Name. So because it's a 3-way tie, and there is no head-to-head matchup that we can look at, we will look at the overall amount of games that happened. And in that case, Team No Name had more wins and less losses compared to the others, while Apes Together Strong was the second of the 3, which means Apes Together Strong is 4th, Team No Name 3rd, and placeholders unfortunately 5th place. This is it on my end of the stream. I want to thank you all for watching, and next week we will have the playoffs starting. We are not sure yet when the games will happen. Join our Discord and you will be able to see it when it gets decided, for updates about the teams, about the results, and about when the games will happen. I want to thank you all for coming, and have